To say this year was difficult would be an understatement. We've been fully virtual, then hybrid, back to virtual, back to hybrid, always wondering what next week will bring. We in the middle school theater class have tried to express our thoughts of this past year in spoken word poetry that we have written ourselves, using our art of storytelling through performance as a way for us to show how this pandemic has affected us. We hope that through this you can find a connection to those that may feel similar to you and know that you are not alone in this.
On a Friday, they sent me home from school. Thought this break was going to be really cool. I do school in my room through a computer using Zoom. For a while, there was no hope. But now we're finding a lot of better ways to cope.
Even with all these apps to keep us connected, I feel more disconnected than ever. We hide our face and emotion with a piece of cloth, trying to look happy from the eyes up. I spent weeks at home, trying to find something to do to conquer my boredom. I watched the same show 10 times in a row. I never thought this would happen. Me, living through a worldwide pandemic.
Goodbye, 2020. It's not me, it's you. Listen closely, it's important you hear this. Allow me to spell it out for you. SHECANTSITWITHUS. She can't sit with us! You have no business coming through here and ruining my school time. Look what you've done to New York. Say sorry. Goodbye, Broadway. Goodbye, musicals. And goodbye, 2020. It's not me, it's you.
I am bored. I've done everything I can think of, and yet nothing satisfies me. I know not what to do. I have drawn, I have played, I have watched. Looking now, I think I see a lesson being taught to me, learning new ways to talk and play.
One day, life stopped. Don't have to be strong, just get by. We are now masking ourselves away, wanting to save others to do what's right. We open our eyes and see what's happening. Things are changing.
I think 2020 was expired, unlabeled milk chocolate with crisp rice. One would expect it to be normal, but when they bite in, they're greeted with a crunch. You just want the horrible taste out of your mouth, because 2020, like expired chocolate, was horrible.
It started out for just 2 weeks, and now we just started to sit in our seats. It started out as COVID-19, and now it's 2021, and it's still a thing. You can't see our faces because of these masks. When is it going to be time to unwrap?
Now we are people with only half a face. Now we are people hiding behind screens. Now we are people fighting for equal rights. We are people. We have suffered. Yet, has that made us stronger? That all depends on you.
We all have so many questions. Will this ever end? Will we ever be back to normal? Is the mask just a new normal? Nobody really knows the answers to these questions.
Yeah, we all cried. Yeah, we were sad and happy. But look at us now. Things are getting better. Yeah, we have to wear masks. But look at the bright side. Things are getting better. Grades are going up, and things are getting better now.
Does a mask define who we are? Can people see my feelings on my fabric-covered face? Even when people are around you, instead of a warm and welcoming embrace, a cold and stoic face. 6 feet! 6 feet they call! What can I depend on? What remains constant through this all? Is everything obsolete? The first year to new school, hidden, covered, and deflated. Am I defined by my mask? Do people see my mask? Or do they see me? The light will dawn. Will this mask ever be gone?
Running through the doors and down the halls, standing in the waiting room, tears filling my eyes. Stay strong, my mask covered in tears. Stay strong, my mom pulling me aside. Stay strong, a loud ring filling my ears. Stay strong, my eyes red. He is gone. My knees hitting the floor, my heart shattered, my ability to think lost. But I will not stop fighting. Stay strong.
2 weeks off seemed like a dream. 2 weeks off seemed like a mental break for the ones who deemed 2 weeks off wasn't as it seemed. March 13th, 2020 was a day to remember. Running to the store and losing our minds. Toilet paper was a limited edition of the time. With classes off, things were starting to look up. The worst was yet to come. Time continues to fly. 1 year off wasn't as it seemed. 1 year off was a time for change. 1 year off, 1 year off.
It's extraordinary how one disease can change the whole setting on Earth. Never once growing up did I imagine this would be our future. A future instead of going out with our friends, we are left alone in our rooms. Instead of going to a family cookout, we eat alone.
Through all of this, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Through new data and precautions, the light becomes a little brighter. A race to develop an effective vaccine starts. Scientists and companies worked around the clock on it. In December, that hard work paid off. The first vaccine was authorized. The light keeps getting brighter and brighter. Because of this, we are stronger. We hope this will soon be over.
The isolation is where it really started to hit. Harder than falling off the monkey bars in 2nd grade. Harder than I've worked for anything in my life, but that isolation is what brought everyone together. It made getting together with friends mean more than normal. Going to school feels like a privilege. Seeing people without a mask feels weird, but we take less things for granted than we did before. We should acknowledge the bad, but accept what we gained, because if we can't forget the past year, we might as well remember the good that came from it.
Everything is getting better. I hope it stays this way forever. I'm so excited for life to get back to normal so we can finally be formal. There's finally some hope. I'm so happy we no longer have to cope.
Overnight, the world changed.
Vibrant, active lives halted.
The hurly-burly of the world put on pause.
Futures, plans, travel, all stopped.
Necessary, life-giving, loving touch, but violently away into cold, distant isolation.
Quarantine. I can now spell quarantine without the help of spell check.
Screens, a frivolous pastime are now a life-saving necessity.
2020, the year no one will forget, and yet nothing happens.
The hot accessory of the year is not a new purse or a scarf, but a mask.
Masks made from leftover scraps of fabric. Masks that save those around us.
Am I still me if you can't see my face?
Tyra Banks would be proud. We all have to master the smize.
Even amongst people, we are isolated. Afraid to touch, afraid to cough, afraid to laugh.
We hide our smiles behind curtains.
Hide ourselves.
Zoom became a verb of the day.
We are the humans of 2020.
We are the people of COVID-19.
We are stronger because we admit our weaknesses.
We may be stationary, but we are active.
We are creative.
We may be muzzled, but we are not silent.
I may be hidden, but I will be, I have to be, I'm going to be
seen.